Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got Gremlins, or AKA Josh, the guy that changes his name like everybody else changes their underwear at least once a day. And it's all because apparently he bought some new Halloween shit for his yard. If you're wondering what his yard is like, if you remember from Christmas Vacation, Griswold's 1,000 lights at Christmas, his is the equivalent for Halloween. We're going to talk about tax levies for school districts. We're going to talk about a New York dipshit that's going to be in jail for at least 10 years. And we'll talk about different thoughts on that. We're going to talk about the Bengals, multiple things with Bengals, and then we're going to also talk about some baseball shenanigans happening in the past week. All that and more on this episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. As I mentioned, I'm Dr. B. We got Matt and we got Josh, a.k.a. Gremlins, the guy that changes his name like everybody else changes their underwear at least once a day. At least once. Unless you're, there are times where their underwear gets changed twice in a day, and that's when you're rounding off on that 9 hole and shit happens, right, Matt?
You just take them off and throw them away.
Take them off, throw them away.
Hey, there's times where you think it's a fart and it's really not.
In case you're wondering, if you hit into that 9 hole, watch out for extra hazards.
that or
you got peanuts.
That or when you change your shoes in the parking lot, you only have one sock on for one reason. It's something to wipe with the back 9.
It's a shitty situation.
It's a shitty situation.
Always an extra pair of socks. That's what they say.
All right. So we're going to start with some local stuff. So in case anybody watches the news, and I'm sure around the country, people are seeing this in different states, but school districts are scrambling to try to find a replacement for their income, because the federal government is cutting down on its supply, which honestly should happen because every state has different expectations, different capabilities, different responsibilities, different needs, and that should fall on the state, not the federal government. So agree to disagree on that. But anyway, so more locally, Cincinnati Public Schools has yet again, just like a few other school districts, has voted a 5-2 on their school board that they will be placing a 0.75% income tax on the ballot for this November to try to increase their revenue to counteract the $56 million deficit that they have. And there's a couple things that's funny about this. Now, I don't know if people realize, but public schools have to post their financials. So you can actually go on a school district, and search through their different documents and stuff like that, and actually see most school districts, if not all school districts, have a 5 and a 10-year prediction of their finances. So guess what? This $56 million deficit was not a surprise. Okay.
What do you mean? It wasn't a surprise. So they knew it was going to be a big deficit?
They knew it was coming. Okay. They didn't know it was going to be that big, but they knew they were down. The funny thing about it, or the sad part about it, is the problem with these school districts, especially like Cincinnati Public Schools, is they know that they are running short, but they keep spending more.
So give me an example of the school district spending more money.
Okay. So, well, sticking with Cincinnati Public Schools. So first of all, again, like we've talked about in previous shows, when you fire the superintendent, rather than stopping the payment of that superintendent's contract, because obviously she didn't do her job because she got fired, you continue to pay $250,000 for 2 extra years. Okay, so $500,000 over 2 years, while also hiring a new superintendent that you are paying $250,000 a year. So now, guess what? Now instead of $500,000, you're now at $1 million for just 2 people. Okay. On top of that, right, $1 million. On top of that, Cincinnati Public Schools knew that they were running low on funds, but they increased the amount of administrators they had in all the buildings. They decreased the amount of teachers, but increased the administrators. By the way, the administrators get paid a good chunk of change. You're talking 100,000 plus. So increase the administrators in each of the buildings, which was wasn't necessary, and also wasn't financially responsible.
Before you continue, let me ask you a question, Joe. I was kind of reading an article earlier about the tax and everything, and there was a teacher that came on and said, "Hey, besides administrators that get paid a shit ton, you need to invest more into teachers instead of administration." And the administration spends a lot of money on dumb shit, basically, is what they're saying. And another thing is technology stuff, like getting these kids computers, laptops, whatever. That's a lot of their money. Would it be smarter for these schools to go back to the old way of teaching, chalkboard, paper, pens, make the kids read and write like they used to instead of being on a computer? You're an educator, just trying to figure out which way.
Here's
obviously,
the thing.
it's cheaper to do it that way compared to the
hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. First of all, Josh, that you read. So you mean someone read something to you?
Yeah, it was voice to text on the article.
So there you go. So can't be using big words.
Technology.
There you go. 2, there's no way they're going prehistoric. Not this day and age. I can tell you that for a fact. But Joe, you're the educator. You go for it.
Well, former educator, because fuck the education system. Anyway.
Okay. I'm talking about it. Yeah.
Anyway, so first of all, in terms of administrators wasting money on stupid shit, 100%. They invest in these 1-year programs that are not scientifically based, not scientifically proven. And keep in mind, when I say administrators, this is not just the building level administrators. This is also the superintendent. This is all levels of administration, not the teachers. But they come up with these lame brain 1-year solutions that they spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars on, only to replace the very next year. And when you think about it, like when you purchase a new curriculum, what all do you have to buy with that? It's not just the teacher's manual. What else you got to buy? What goes to the students?
Students, though.
The books, the workbooks, the software.
I think that's kind of what my point was. I'll get to that.
I'm just saying, like, they buy all this shit, and they, and again, they're buying stuff that's not scientifically proven. The problem is that you need to stick to what has been scientifically proven to work. To your point,
like you said, hold on, what you said too right there is, if you're only buying a 1-year situation too, you're throwing those textbooks away the next year or the curriculum too. So therefore, you're going to reinvest in something else again.
Right. And most of these things, they do like a test period, they try it, and then they sign like a 2-3 year commitment. But the problem is again, these things don't work, and then they either keep it for 3 years and it's not being successful, and then they end up reinvesting on something else, or they cut the contract, and so they pay to buy out the contract, and then they invest in something else. So either way, they're wasting money. But to your point, Josh, so do I think they need to go back to chalkboards and stuff like that? Yes and
textbooks,
no.
like regular textbooks again.
There needs to be a fine middle ground, okay? Do I think they need to go back to normal textbooks? Absolutely. The problem is, like, the irony of it is when you see a school district say that we're going paperless, the teachers are actually printing more stuff out. So it's not paperless. Like, kids still have to work on worksheets. Kids still need to be able to write. So when they say paperless, it's like, no, we're just not shelling out the money up front. We're going to do it throughout the year. And it's like, well, that doesn't work. Like, especially when you can invest in a textbook that is going to last 3 or 4 years instead of printing shit out every year and wasting the money that way. Also, a lot of these school districts have gone to a one-to-one technology. So every kid gets either a tablet for certain ages or a Chromebook/laptop. And what you're seeing in a lot of these, especially like Cincinnati Public Schools, what you're seeing is you have a vast majority of the kids take care of the laptops. But then you have probably about 40% that don't give a shit. So they throw everything around, they break it. And what's supposed to happen is the school district's supposed to charge the parents the fees to replace it. They don't.
No, they do.
Oh,
they
no.
Absolutely. No.
Your school district might. Cincinnati Public Schools doesn't. I'll tell you that right now, they don't.
That's why we buy the insurance, because of that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, your school district does 100%. Cincinnati Public Schools does not. They do not. The worst they do is they put a fee on the students' student records, that they have a fee, and then the student moves to another school or something like that, and Cincinnati Public Schools doesn't get that money back. They don't do shit about it. They may say they try to, but they don't. And so,
what are they going to send a fucking resource officer to the house? You need to pay your debt.
Even the resource. Here's the problem: they spend money on resource officers that don't do a damn thing either. This whole bullshit that DeWine just put in place for this new school district attendance program or whatever that he's going to have monitoring. Guess what? It's not going to do a damn thing for school districts like Cincinnati Public Schools, where literally I have sat in an attendance meeting with a truancy judge, the parent, and all the teachers for this parent's students. And the judge is like, so what's going on? And the teachers go, well, Your Honor, this parent has a student in the 4th grade, the 7th grade, the 10th grade, and one's a senior. And we haven't seen any of them in 3 months. So the resource officer or the truancy judge says, okay, well, I want to see improvement, and we'll reconvene here in 2 months. 2 months goes by. The kids show up for one day, like a week before the truancy meeting. The judge goes, so what's going on? And we go, Your Honor, we haven't seen the kids except for one day, and that was like 4 days ago. And the judge literally says, so I'm hearing improvement.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. Like, so you're getting paid to let people just do that shit? Like, you are a waste of fucking money. Like,
you're
again,
saying better. So you're saying it's better already?
Huh?
It's better already?
I mean, they improved.
Fucking
they
atrocious.
improved.
Yeah, They improved by 1%. You never know.
Yep.
I mean, shit, it's upward, not
One
downward.
day out of the year is not 1%, buddy. Do your math better.
No,
Okay.
it's 1%. It's 1% better.
It's not 1% better. One day out of 189 days is less than 1%.
It's still 1% better than they had before. Is basically what it is.
You can argue that it's some type of percentage better, but here's the problem: if we are setting our standards so fucking low, like I'm predicting now that in 20 years you will see a brain surgeon with a certificate up on his wall that says graduated from medical school D student.
That's what GED stands for? The D? The D
Get her done is what GED stands for. Here's the thing, though. I don't talk smack about GED kids because people that go back and get their GED, a lot of times it's harder than your traditional high school diploma because they got to do a lot more in a lot less time.
I'll tell you right now, the way this city of Cincinnati is going, man, you got another 3 or 4 years of this mayor. He don't give a fuck. Let's be honest. He just doesn't give a shit. Cincinnati school district is horrible.
Not just the mayor. That's the thing.
I know.
Like, again, going back to the waste of the school, so the school district is doing all this stuff. And the problem is that, example, the parents and families in the school district of Cincinnati Public Schools are going to do one of two things because this is what they traditionally do. Historically, they have done this every time. They either turn a blind eye and don't address the actual problem, or they try to blame it on some racial disparity that has no fucking actual factual contributing factor at all to what's happening. So what should happen is that they should be starting out by firing every single one of the fucking leadership or lack of leadership in that school district, to include from the principals all the way up, the HR people, the fucking curriculum managers, the fucking superintendent, and even the board, the school board, needs to all fucking go. Get rid of them all. And you might actually see some improvement in that school district. But if it's not going to happen, so honestly, I kind of wish the state would step in and just completely dismantle Cincinnati Public Schools.
Well, we're currently getting a new governor anyway, right? Isn't Mr. DeWine on his last term?
Yeah, well,
yeah, but
there's a chance
it looks like
at least the one half of that option is going to make the state a lot worse.
Yeah,
if she gets elected, and it's not going to be pretty.
But so Joe, so what exactly is this tax?
So it's an income tax. So again, it's only, now granted, they are only asking for 0.75%, which just to give you an idea. So if a family made a total of $54,500 a year, essentially they would be paying $408 in tax to the school district. Okay.
And this is already on top. And this is already on top of the property taxes that should be going to the school, on top of all the casino when they got that legalized.
Yes,
that tax money, and
all that money,
sports betting that is legal, and the marijuana, all that tax,
and some of the railroad money I assume went to the school district too, but.
Should be technically going towards
that went to all city council.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
city council, mayor for his vacations and all that shit.
But the funny thing about this is that according to them, it's supposed to raise $74 million in the first year, and altogether over the 5-year period, bring in almost $389 million. Okay. But again, here's the thing. We have seen this many times with this school district and other school districts. It's not just Cincinnati Public Schools. It's just, they're the ones I like to pick on because they're one of the biggest and they're also one of the shittiest. But the problem is that these school districts are not making the appropriate adjustments. They keep spending, and then when they don't have the money, they cry foul. Like, oh my God. Here's the thing. Any other company, any other business starts to run out of money, they don't keep spending and then complain that they're not having enough money. You make changes. If you don't make changes, one of two things happens. If you're one of these trillion-dollar companies that fucks everybody else, the government bails you out and your CEOs get an extra bonus for fucking up. If you're a normal company, you either adjust, make the changes, or you close.
But where else do you see this coming from? What side of the political party?
Oh, this unfortunately, our school system is gone so liberal that it's ridiculous. And that's where, again, where the problem has come is we are adding extra shit to the schools and taking away necessary tools to accommodate this absolutely obscene mentality, again, that is not scientifically proven. Just because you can walk into a bar and say, guess what, this is scientifically proven, does not make it scientifically proven. Okay?
That's also why you see increase in freaking home education. You see people teaching their own kids, homeschooling.
Absolutely. So does this apply that anybody works in Cincinnati, or does this apply to anybody that lives in the Cincinnati public area?
So the income tax would be specifically to those that live in the school district. Okay.
So this also includes residents that don't have any kids that are sending that.
Yeah.
So they're getting screwed.
Anyone that lives in the school district.
So they're getting screwed.
And
they're
getting to be aware of more. Is that other school districts are trying to put income-based tax levies on their ballots. So even if you don't live in Cincinnati public schools, you need to be aware of what your school district is doing. I know for a fact that
Harrison High School. Harrison, it did it.
Cleves, the Three Rivers School District, is putting one on the ballot. They also recently the Village of Cleves Council actually just tried to pass or trying to pass an income tax levy for shit to involve the village.
So hold on. So Three Rivers is doing an income tax and also Cleves?
Yeah.
All I heard was Cleves.
So from what I understand, I know Cleves is doing theirs, and then from what I understand is Three Rivers is trying to put one on for November.
So is this to make up for the $56 million deficit?
No. So Three Rivers separate. Cincinnati Public Schools, their justification for putting the income tax levy is to make up the lost revenue. The funny thing is that it's not going to make up the lost revenue. They're going to continue to still. So again, history shows. So Cincinnati Public School makes bad choices with money. The first thing that they threaten, because their school district is a high transient population, so kids go to schools that are 30 miles away instead of the one that's right down the street. So the first thing they threaten is we're going to cut busing. And then for the older kids, they say, well, guess what? We're going to cut our agreements with Metro so the high schoolers and stuff don't get Metro cards. So we're going to cut all that. So that's their first threat. Then they proceed to go into we're going to have to cut teachers and educational staff and cut services, and we're going to cut sports and cut extracurriculars. The one thing you don't hear them ever saying is that we're going to reduce the administration. We're going to cut the people's pay that really doesn't do a damn thing for the district. But no, we're going to halt the pay increases for the actual people that do the job, the teachers or the instructional aides, the ones that are actually doing the job for the kids. And they've already started that. I mean, they just recently announced they're going to cut like 100 positions. And again, I guarantee you, you can quote me on it now. As this gets closer to November, they're going to start putting out that these are the things that we're going to have to cut. You'll hear transportation, you'll hear sports, You'll hear music and art and all those fun extracurricular specials. A big hot topic now is the physical education. So you'll start hearing them start to threaten that they have to cut some of that back, which is funny, though, because it's a federal regulation that they have to provide those services. So they can't legally cut them because they also get extra funding specifically for those. So they're going to make all these threats just like they always do in the past to try to get this passed. All right. None of them will have any effect on the administration or the leadership sitting their fat asses over at the main building that do not do a damn thing.
So just to correct you on this, Three Rivers is not putting anything on the ballot for a income tax.
Okay, they're not.
It's just the Village of Cleves. So the Village of Cleves is putting on the ballot. And I think it's going to be voted on the council. I don't think they're putting it on the ballot.
Yeah, they're not putting it on the ballot. No, it's been they've had like 2 or 3 different meetings where basically, essentially what they're trying to do is to get it to pass without getting everyone there to say no.
Exactly. So they're trying to sneak it on to everybody. And Cleves is an absolute mess. So there's talk about, there's a Facebook group of disbanding the Village of Cleves.
Yeah, I saw that just got created because, well, if you think about it, the funny thing about like Cleves is Cleves has one of the highest property taxes in Hamilton County.
Yeah. So does Oak Hills.
It's ridiculous. And what it is again, you have had leadership in those positions that have wasted money.
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, granted, when we were graduating, the rumor was they were supposed to have a brand new school built by the time we graduate in 2000, right?
They were telling that for years, and it didn't come for what, 20 years later?
Pretty much. No, it was like, what, 10, 12 15? Years after? So,
our schools didn't have fucking AC back in the day. Now they fucking do.
Yeah, we didn't.
Oak Hill still doesn't. They just put that on the ballot last year, and it got approved, so they're going to start putting all that and rebuild a new middle school, too. But
they can fucking goddamn window units in.
But with the Village of Cleves, yeah, I think they're trying to do it under the table, so not a lot of residents know about it.
Well, they have made sure to post it on Facebook so that people are aware of it. But the funny thing is I don't feel like they're reaching or making it more aware to all the population because There's a lot of the older residents that don't look at Facebook or at least don't look at those feeds all the time. And it's very easy to miss that, there's going to be a meeting about this.
And this is also on top of people that live on Jordan Road. They are now finally getting city water ran, but the village is going to charge each of these residents almost $5,000 to tap into the water.
Yeah, how funny is that?
Now,
they've been making them pay property taxes and everything else, but then by the way, we're going to charge you for tap into something that you've already been paying for years.
Well, that's because they had to haul their water prior. Like, that's what my parents had to do, is we used to haul water up until my mom finally got city water up.
Well, no, I get that. I'm saying they still had to pay property taxes. They still had to pay, wasn't like they were paying less than everybody else.
But my mom got it done a lot cheaper because it was a lot cheaper when she did it. It was only probably like $1,200, $1,300, but that's a lot of money at that time. You got to remember inflation and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But they were trying to tell my stepdad they had to redo the line. And like, you got to tap back in. He's like, fuck, no, I don't. It's like, I'm not paying another $5,000. Like, bullshit. My line's been here since you can just put a fucking spigot and connect it. That's all you can do. I was like, I'll pay like $500 to do it, but you're going to charge me? No, fuck that. So
you shouldn't even have to pay the $500. It was already there.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, you're running it right on ours. And if you fucking cut our line again, I was like, you're fucking replacing that shit.
That's on you.
Because he just got, what's crazy is my stepdad literally just spent like $10,000 because there was a leak in the line and he had to have the company come out, find it, and fix it. So it would cost him $10,000 just to do that.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So
it's funny how they again, they continuously, and here's the thing is a lot of the school districts, the reason they're moving, or at least even like the cities, villages and stuff are moving to an income tax is because it's out of preparation, because eventually it's not going to happen anytime soon, but they're working on trying to get rid of property tax.
And everybody knew, and that's what everybody was saying, like, hey, look, one way or another, they might get rid of property taxes, but they will tax us in another way.
Yeah. And that's they'll
figure out a way
somewhere.
Yep. And that's why I love Florida. That's why I think a lot of people are moving down to Florida, because A, they don't have an income tax, and they're getting ready to get rid of property taxes. That's a lot of fucking money back into somebody's account. Granted, all these houses that are close to the ocean have to spend a lot more money in property tax or insurance taxes because of hurricanes. But I mean, it's almost a trade-off.
I mean, you're going to spend your money in different places. Unfortunately, you're never going to escape taxes because, I mean, they get rid of property taxes. Let's say they get rid of income taxes. Well, guess what? They're going to increase the sales taxes. They're going to increase your license plate fees, your driver's license fees. Old Duke's going to find a way to increase its fees.
They're already asking for more money.
Oh, I know. Which is funny. They're not even really. I mean, they're not hurting at all, and they magically keep gouging. But our state governor continues to allow them to maintain a monopoly, which is supposed to be illegal under our Constitution.
So I want to get into something, but if you guys want to keep talking about this, we can. It's up to you.
Go ahead.
So I want to kind of get into what happened a couple weeks ago when the flash floods happened up there in fucking Madisonville, in Hyde Park. You know, the malfunction of the dam, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're having all this money into our city and shit like that, and yet one time it happens, it malfunctions, and all these houses down there in these low-income areas, or if they're not low-income areas, no, Hyde Park isn't, but Madisonville, I don't think it's the most income area, but their insurance ain't going to cover a natural flood because it's caused a fucking, what is it, cause of God, they call it, or act of God?
Yeah, an act of God.
Act of God, so these people can't have to pay out of pocket, and some of these people can't afford it. So our mayor shows up finally after a couple of days while he was on hiatus, but then he says he's going to use our budget to help these people out. So we got to put all these resources in there to clean the streets, clean all the debris up and stuff like that, and help clean the basements up of these people who can't afford it. There's part of our $56 million budget we're fucking negative at. So what? Add another $25 million onto that?
Well, I think they're going to get federal funds from that.
I think he requested emergency funding from the federal government to assist. But it's still, I mean, even the federal government takes money out of our pockets, so it's not like we're not paying for it.
If it's anything like what happened in North Carolina, I mean, that funding is going to take forever.
Well, my question is, who's in control of that federal government fund? The governor?
The governor.
But who comes above the governor for federal assistance?
I mean, that would be the president, all that.
Well, the executive branch is the one that makes the decision. But what'll
better vote for Vivek.
What'll end up happening is,
if not, Trump, no funding for you.
Will release the funds, and then magically it'll sit for a while from, in limbo, and then you'll hear a bunch of liberals saying that Trump didn't release the money in enough time to support and all this other bullshit.
Let's see our vice president come here and check our fraud. That's all I got to say. I'd like to see you come here and check the fraud out.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's our lovely Cincinnati. Continuing with Cincinnati, but kind of also talking about New York. So a little update. I know we've talked about this before, but so there was the teenage girl that went missing in Coleraine Township back in February timeframe. She was found in February. I believe she was found in Florida, but I can't find it. But I think you were right, Matt. I think she was found in Florida. But anyway, the guy that they found her with was actually out of New York. And, he had said, I was just trying to help her out. Well, bullshit is bullshit. Come to find out, he was doing more than that. He has pleaded guilty to transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. And if found guilty, the charge is punishable by at least 10 years. I don't say found guilty because he pleaded guilty. But so the sad part about this, and we've talked about this, like these damn criminals keep getting away with this shit. Well, apparently the FBI had been, it said court documents also say that this man was the subject of a report to the FBI in 2024 where he was confronted by citizen vigilante groups while in Canada, traveling to Canada to have sexual contact with a 15-year-old girl. So this is not his first rodeo. And
there you go.
Like, they keep letting these people fuck around, and I don't mean like in terms of like having sex. I mean like doing stupid shit, and they get away with it. This is a perfect example. This guy is the one, Matt, and I know you tried to be devil's advocate and was trying to poke my buttons and everything else, but this is the type of guy that I truly believe they should tattoo pedophile to his forehead, stick him in gin pop, and get it taken care of. Simple as that.
Not a good shit. Not at all.
Like, it's like, have at you. Like, guess what? If you're going to be a scumbag like this and you're going to touch little girls and do shit, or touch little boys or any kind of children, guess what? Your ass needs a fucking tattoo on your forehead. It says pedophile. Stick them in the middle of gin pop and give them about a half hour. I guarantee you they won't ever do it again. So,
like I said, my thing is I'd love to come back to the chain gang. Fucking sit there, start fixing our border up. Put them down there, fix our borders up.
Well, and
put our mind to youth.
I mean, the problem is unfortunately we have gone so soft in this world that people actually argue that it's, it's inhumane to do something like that. Guess what?
Until it happens to their child. Until it happens to their child.
Well, until it happens to their child. But my thing is, and I'm not going to apologize for it, is rapists and murderers, especially child rapists, well, any rapist, but child molesters and stuff, guess what? If it's inhumane, that's no problem because they're not human.
Now, you're talking about full-on contact, right? People like that, correct? That are fucking pedophilia.
I mean,
there's obviously different classifications. Like, people get sent fucking child porn. Do you put them in the same category as those rapists?
So, if you got it sent to you and you were like, holy fuck, what is this? And delete? No. If you got it sent to you because you contacted somebody and said, hey, send me that shit. Yeah, I want to see that. Then yes, you're in the same fucking category. Because you're just fucking disgusting. Because the thing is, you might not be doing the act, but you are contributing to the system that requires it to happen.
Yeah, but sometimes people, what they use is the police or the FBI or detectives, they use that person to define, hey, who sent you this? Maybe they can get to the next guy bigger. So that guy takes a plea deal. So he'll have a red dot. He'll have a red dot for the next fucking his rest of his life as a sex offender. But he'll be into he'll get an ankle bracelet and live at like a home for like a year. Then he'll be on probation for like 5 years. But he'll still be out on the streets.
And that's a problem. So here's the thing. Like, I don't.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem though that he gives a bigger person up that could lead to more situations?
It's not a problem that you get bigger people, like people that are causing bigger problems. The problem is that our punishment system has gotten so low that somebody can do something as outrageous and disgusting as that. And because they can provide the name of somebody a little higher than them, they get to walk on the street still. So I think that the punishment should be amped up. Guess what? Go over to the Middle East where everybody says that things are great and go steal an apple. Okay? And get caught.
You don't have to. The Middle East is coming to our fucking states this day and age.
I know, but okay, then go up to Michigan and steal an apple and see if they don't cut your fucking hand off. Okay? Because guess what? You cut someone's fucking hand off, the guy's missing a hand. Well, now, guess what? We threaten with, hey, tell us who told you or who was also stealing apples, or we're going to cut your other fucking hand off. Okay. I mean, well, guess what? He's still missing one fucking hand. Hey, guess what? I tell you what, you can stay alive if you tell us who sold you the stuff or who was providing the stuff, but we're still cutting your dick off. You get to live, but little Jimmy's going bye-bye. Okay? So
this day and age, so now he's gonna fucking classify himself as a female.
He can call himself where he wants. He ain't got fucking genitalia anymore, I'll tell you that. So that's the problem, is that the punishments have gotten too low. The problem is that our fucking judicial system has gotten to where, oh, what's that? You've only committed 16 crimes? That's not enough to put you in jail. Go out and do some more. You've learned your lesson. And then the 17 and 18 time, they end up murdering somebody, and then they go, oh, maybe I should have put them away earlier.
Kind of like, I mean, not the guy who was a pedophilia, but the kind of guy who stabbed the gym owner down in there over the Rhine, OTR. You know, how many fucking counts of fucking, look at this rap sheet. It was like 3 or 4 pages long and 40-something charges on him. He's still walking the streets and, just jumps in the house, kills a fucking, citizen for no reason.
Yeah.
Because he felt like it. Cool. Same with the guy on the bus. Killed that fucking girl from cross seas. The young blonde.
Yeah.
On the train. Fucking crazy, dude.
And again, all those examples, like you said, Matt, it's not like these are people that have 1 or 2 convictions or anything like that. It's pages. And it's a perfect example that, unfortunately, because people want to say, oh, that's too cruel and unusual punishment. No.
So what happens to them?
Again. Well, and that's just it. It's too much until it happens to you. The same when, you get these fucking people that are like, oh, fuck the police, blah, blah, blah. Till somebody breaks into their house, and then they're the first ones to call, like, why didn't you get here sooner? Like,
or I've been watching some videos lately when a person gets pulled over and they don't want to provide their ID and insurance. They say, hey, call your superior. And they're like, hey, you know what? If you don't show me your identification, I'm going to pull you out of that car and I'm going to arrest you and detain you. Then guess what they say? As soon as they pull me out of the car and put them in cuffs, they're like, hey, call the cops. Like, the cops are arresting you and detaining you for a reason.
Right. Well, it's, again,
the full circle.
Well, you have these fucking people that want to be social media lawyers and everything else, and the closest thing to a legal argument they've ever read is they read the back of a Bazooka Joe comment or the fine print on the bottom of their CD. But what I wish they'd start doing is I wish they'd do follow-ups to all those people that are doing those videos where they're like, oh, I want your supervisor. Now we're going to cut to the video where they're in the courtroom and the judge is saying, you're a dumbass. Like, all right. So continuing on with Cincinnati. So recently they did an interview with some of the Bengals leadership before the start of the training camp. So they did a media luncheon, provided an opportunity to speak with the director of player personnel, Duke Tobin, head coach Zach Taylor, offensive coordinator Dan Pitcher, and defensive coordinator Al Golden. Okay, definitely something if you haven't got a chance to look at the entire interview and stuff, it's interesting to see, but ultimately what it comes down to is all of them can consistently say that they feel like they have done everything in the offseason that they had set out to do in preparation for the next season. And their goal is the Super Bowl. Obviously, Super Bowl championship is the goal. And, you know, I mean, essentially, I go back to what I said back in May. During one of our podcasts, I believe it was around May 15th, I said that, and you guys quoted me on it, I said that as long as they protect Burrow and he stays healthy because they're protecting him, unforeseen, any crazy shit, but if he gets hit less, we win the Super Bowl. They have done a lot of improvements on both sides of the ball, special teams, to be a contender this year. Go ahead, Josh. Let's hear what shit.
Not so fast, my friend. Thank you, Lee
I love
Corso.
that you're sounding delayed with that, so it sounded like you were having like a Down syndrome. Did you say not so fast?
Not so fast. I don't care if the Bengals can throw up fucking 35 points a game. There's one team, honestly, they are not beating. Especially if this team gets a free agent, well, a retired star to come back and play. And that is the Los Angeles Rams.
Repeat Super Bowl players against us.
So if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement and he's a fraction of what he was, with Myles Garrett now in that defense, also getting the number one cornerback, Trent Duffy from Kansas City, that defense is fucking scary. They will be stopping people. And, you know, they can put up points too. Stafford, if he gets hurt, I mean, that team, I think, is predicated on keeping Stafford healthy. But they have the offensive weapons. They've got a good running back. They've got two good receivers and a third one they just picked up. So that team is stocked, locked, and ready to go. That's your Super Bowl favorites this year, right now.
Don't forget who their first-round draft pick was.
The quarterback to replace Matt Stafford, Ty Simpson.
Young quarterback, he can move, he can throw. He might not be elite, but as long as he learns that system, he's learning underneath a good quarterback. I can tell you for a fact.
Yep.
But great quarterback.
I'm not arguing that the Los Angeles Rams are going to be one of the top contenders, if not the top.
I don't think the Bengals will win the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals take it.
I don't think so.
If they can protect Burrow, they win the Super Bowl.
That's the problem. I don't think with Myles Garrett, with Aaron Donald, they have another stud defensive end too.
Gosh, here's the thing though. You're looking at, we almost won Dan Super Bowl, and we also ran the fucking record for most sacks on our quarterback throughout the whole entire
playoffs.
Hold on. And if you go to that game though against LA, Beckham was murdering the Bengals. He was absolutely destroying the Bengals. If he does not get hurt in that game, the Rams run away with that game. I'm sorry, they do. They run away with that game. It's not a 3-point game. It's not a shot that the Bengals win it. They win it by 10, maybe 12 points, easy.
Hold on. So, Joe, to bounce off your fucking situation, you're talking about the Bengals going to set a record for the most sacks given up. But they also made it the farthest there. You know what I'm saying? So they played multiple games that year to almost give that record up, which I get what you're saying. It's a negative. But Joey B has everything in front of him. This all relies on his health, too, obviously. Not just keeping him upright, him keeping himself upright, too. They got it. They went out and got the defense. Now, Al Golden, you got to fucking put this fucking team together. This is on you now, I think.
I will give you some credit.
It depends on the offensive line.
I will give you some credit on that particular statement because Joe Burrow's never had an offensive line in the top 25 since he's been in the league. His offensive line,
an offensive line that blocks for him,
and if they give him a top 10 offensive line, absolutely
Hell,
they have
give him a top
really
15 offensive line and he fucking does damage.
So, but
like,
I don't think the Super Bowl champs.
You have not seen the caliber of quarterback that Burrow is behind an actual offensive line that can protect a quarterback.
Yeah, they had MVP season last year, 2 years ago.
Behind a shitty line.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a shitty line.
He had an MVP season, is what I'm saying. And fucking Jamar Chase got fucking a triple crown also.
Yeah. And that was behind a shitty line. Think about what they do with a good line. We've already seen that with a strong defense and a shitty offensive line, we can almost win the Super Bowl. Now give us a strong defense and, God help us, hopefully a strong offense, and we fucking win the Super Bowl.
Well, our offense, I'm not worried about. Our defense has to be top. They're already saying, everybody's already said, our defense has to be middle of the pack. That's from 12 to 17 area. They have to be middle of that pack, period. We went out and got resources this offseason and specialists for a reason.
Right.
You know, that's the reason our first draft pick in the second round, what is he going to be coming in for? Specifically third downs to rush the passer. That is going to be his fucking main job now on, period.
Yeah, and I think, and look, Shamar Stewart, yes, I think we all agree on we didn't like that pick. The kid does have a little bit of a motor. He does get in the backfield. He just never could finish. That was his problem at Texas A&M. He would get in the backfield. He would cause disruption. He just could not finish. Now, this other kid from Texas A&M, Cassius Howe, who was also a teammate, was one of the benefactors of Shamar Stewart in picking up these sacks. He's more of a sack specialist than Shamar Stewart. So it'll be very interesting to see how the line goes now. And to Matt's point, I think we talked this a couple weeks ago. What happened a few years ago? We got DJ Reader for the middle. We traded for Trey Hendrickson, who had so-so years in New Orleans. He wasn't a stud. He was a pretty good player. And when he came here, he became a fucking stud because he had good defensive tackles next to him playing, who opened up, getting pressure, was able to stop the run. Now you get that back in a Dexter Lawrence. You get that back in a Jonathan Allen. And now let's see our edges be able to come and put pressure. I think that definitely helps. But what worries me is the two linebackers. They were absolutely terrible. But does the defensive tackles help them? Does the defensive ends help them? They got to be able to clean up and tackle. I think we'll be fine on the back end now that we got Cook back there as the number one safety in the pickup. DJ Turner coming off a really good year. I'm still not sold on Dax Hill, but we'll see.
So to bounce off what you're saying there, for instance, so with Dexter Lawrence coming in. So before that, you had DJ Reader and you had
BJ Hill. They had
BJ Hill.
Ojanobi.
I'm just going off the first two. Okay, so you had a freaking rotation that was pretty solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you have that all-pro fucking defensive tackle? Not really, but was Reader up there? He was up there. Don't get me wrong. But now you got a stud in Dexter Lawrence, a stud in the prime of his life. You know.
Yep.
Coming off the most pressures since he's been drafted. You know, he's top 3 easily defensive tackle. You know, on pressures on the quarterback. So your other one, you got a Boye Mafia in the offseason who's coming off a Super Bowl victory. Even though he was a role player, but his intelligence will come to this fucking defense and put pressure on that quarterback. Miles Murphy, his only fucking way is up. That's all I can say. If he takes a step back
up this year,
if he takes a step back, I'm just saying, if he takes a step back this year, we got Stewart and fucking Cassius Howe to replace his S in a heartbeat. So we have depth, especially defensive tackle too. I mean, we still got freaking TJ Slayton too coming in. BJ Hill, is he going to start or is Jonathan Allen going to start? I see Jonathan Allen starting.
Got hurt,
but he's practicing now. So they just brought him up.
Yeah, okay. I thought they just put him on the PUP list.
No, they activated him off the PUP list.
Okay.
So he can practice now. But it's honestly, if those front four, you're so stacked with depth, and on the outside, you're stacked with four with depth. I don't see why these linebackers can't coexist and do good. I mean, DJ Knight was coming into his fucking situation, but Barrett.
No, you're wrong. I was right. No, they put him on the PUP list to start training camp. Not him coming off.
Really?
He got put on. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's going to miss the first 4 games?
Yeah. Was placed on the PUP list after starting all 17 period. There weren't many reports on what the injury was, but Hill did start last season on PUP with an ankle injury and may have had an additional procedure on it after the season. So I don't think he's going to miss any games. If you put him on this early, I think it's just so they can have an extra roster spot for now.
Well, however it is.
But
so we got Jonathan Allen there and TJ Slayton. So, I mean, shit, even if we go with TJ Slayton and freaking.
And we still have the Chris Jenkins that we drafted a couple years ago. I mean, I know he's not the best, but we still have him.
Yeah, but he.
And what's that other guy that asked for a trade too?
Big fat guy.
Fuck.
He probably won't make the team. They were trade. He's a 4th round draft.
Yeah, he came out of Texas. I can't remember his name, but yeah. So speaking of the Bengals announced their 2 Ring of Honor Ring of Honor people for this year. So the way they did it is they had it was Jim Breach, James Brooks, Chris Collinsworth, David Fulcher, Max Montoya, Bob Trumpy, and Reggie Williams. And then they added Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap, AJ Green, Leon Hall, Andrew Whitworth. And the fans got the vote. I guess the media got the vote on 2 people to join. One had to come from the original list, and the other one can come from the other one, or 2 can come from the original list. Which that's what ended up happening is with James Brooks and also Bob Trumpy going to be the 2 people that are going to join the Ring of Honor this year. And then starting next year, they're dropping it down to 1 person per year. They want to make it special, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing with the Bengals. This is where a lot of people are upset with the Bengals. It took you how long to come up with a Ring of Honor for the Bengals? How many players in the past should have already been on this list so that way you could add newer players and they wouldn't have to wait as long? Now these players are going to completely have to wait far longer than they should. They Max Montoya should be in there. David Fulcher should probably be in there. Jim Breach should be in there already.
Well, and I will also throw out based on popularity. I'm calling it now that I don't foresee Chris Collinsworth ever being voted in there. Guy.
He was a big factor in the Bengals Super Bowl run. So
he might have been a big factor, but even though we built his career as a Bengal, and then as soon as he got out, he became anti-Bengal, and ever since he has done nothing but talk shit about the Bengals.
Yep.
So I refuse to ever vote for that fucking guy for anything that comes with the Bengals reward.
Yep.
I can see him in Pittsburgh's Ring of Honor before the Cincinnati Bengals Ring of Honor.
That's fine. Let him have him. Let him have him.
But Josh, hold on quick. Just what you're talking about too, because how long has been taken for this situation, or token, however you want to put it. But I mean, where is Bob Trumpy now?
Dead.
Exactly. So why are we waiting for so long for these people to put him in when last year Trumpy could have been in when he was alive last year? You know,
exactly.
Now his relatives are putting him in.
Well, and that's the problem is the Bengals waited too long to even start this, and then
that's why you had to do multiple people each year. You do 3 or 4 each year. You make it special like you did before. Now you're going to drop it down to 1, right? Now you've got players like Geno Atkins. Absolutely deserves it. One of the best defensive tackles that the Bengals ever had. Carlos Dunlap, I could see not making it. He was a good player, but I don't think he was excellent. AJ Green, probably a second, maybe third ballot Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He probably deserves it. Leon Hall, you can. I'm not worried about him. Andrew Whitworth absolutely should be on there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best left tackles the Bengals ever had, besides Willie Anderson.
Right.
There's what did Munoz play? Was he a left tackle too?
He's a right tackle.
Right tackle. Okay. So, but that's the type of stuff I think what hurts the Bengals being so far behind on doing this. It's great that you do this now, but as one of the radio people in here, Lance McAllister, said, this is an absolutely shame that they are not. They should have just put the nominees up. Jim Breach should definitely be in there. Most points by a kicker in Bengal history. And so I think it just got beat, though. James Brooks, David Fulcher, Max Montoya should be up there. Apparently Reggie Williams was a fucking absolutely monster when he was here and played. So they should all be in. And then you start doing it the one person a year.
Right. No, I don't
because
disagree. It's not like you're going to run out of space.
Yeah, I know. Now look at what we got. Are you going to put – obviously Jamar Chase is already going to be on there, right? He already deserves to be in the Ring of Honor. Joe Burrow,
it won't be until
Ring of Honor. After. Are you going to put Andy Dalton as a Ring of Honor person? Someday. He did so much.
Yeah, someday I can see.
Marvin Lewis. You can put Marvin Lewis as a Ring of Honor person.
Again, are you surprised by anything what the Bengals do anymore? Honestly.
No.
Not from an owner that cares more about money than winning.
Yeah, true.
And he's still, I don't give a shit. I guarantee the only reason he spends the money he is now is because he's got his granddaughter in there yelling at him no, you need to fucking do this. And he's like, well, I don't want to. I like money. And she's like, no, you don't understand. If you spend the money, they will come. It's like the fucking Field of Dreams. You spend it, they will come.
Especially since the NFL just got released. I guess the Packers were worried about money. And they just released how much the owners get from the NFL a year. $437 million.
Yeah.
The NFL gives back to the teams for TV rights. That doesn't include ticket sales. That doesn't include concession.
That doesn't include
that pretty much pays your payroll for the team. And then you got all that extra money that you're getting to.
These they're not losing money at all.
Hands over fists are making a shit ton of motherfucking money. There's no fucking way any fan should be paying for a fucking stadium anymore after what they just released. I'm sorry. The owners, if they want to do stadium,
I agree.
They foot the motherfucking bill. After getting $437 million for this year, next year it's going to be more. The year after it's probably going to be more. Get the fuck out of here. You guys can afford the fucking stadium. You get a fucking tax break anyway.
Right.
You can claim it's fucking taxes. You're building under your LLC anyway.
It's a fucking joke. And like I said, unfortunately, Mike Brown did not take after his dad when it comes to running a professional football team the right way and also taking care of the fans. Paul Brown knew how to get the fans excited and involved. Mike Brown has no fucking clue. And like I said, it has to be family members that are actually telling him or forcing him to do these things, because if it was up to him, he'd shove every single dollar into the coffin with him. And he'd take it all with him, even though it'll burn up in hell when he gets there. Because, hell, I've never seen a fucking organization that literally does nothing for your fan base. Even your free events cost money. Explain that one. Hey, we're going to invite you to the draft party, but you got to pay for everything.
You got to pay for the drink, unless you're VIP.
Yeah, you're VIP.
VIP.
You got to pay for it.
Hey, we were VIP, so we didn't have to pay shit, so you can't say shit.
The only reason we were VIP is because they gave them to your company.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to the fans.
Oh, so I was special and was invited by my company to go, is what you're saying.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason. You and I, as normal fans, would never fucking see that.
So you're saying you guys went to an event again without me? That's cool.
This was like a couple years ago.
Shut the fuck up.
I got yelled at by my fucking brother, too. You didn't invite me. You invited Joe.
You don't understand. I used to keep your couch warm.
So,
all
right.
I mean, hell, even they've got the training camp getting ready to start, and if you look at their training camp schedule, so tomorrow is the first day it's open to the public. Thursday it's open to the public. Saturday, you have to be a streak member or wait list, and you had to wait for tickets. And ironically enough, as soon as I logged on to get those tickets, guess what? They were already gone.
They were gone.
Already gone.
She gone.
She gone.
And then, let's see here. Another streak wait list. Gone. Club level members get a special day. Then streak wait list. Gone. Like, it's just amazing. Like, literally, these fucking teams do nothing, or at least the Bengals don't do anything for your normal ticket holder.
Well, at least they would close it off for just the season tickets holder compared to everybody else.
Which doesn't make sense. Here's the thing. If they close it off for everyone else but the season ticket holders, then how the fuck are there no tickets for every single one of the season ticket holders?
Well, because there's 30,000, maybe we'll just say 25,000 season ticket. They're not going to put 25,000 people on that practice field. That's why.
It's not on the practice field. It's in the stadium.
Oh, I got tickets for the August 7th one.
Must be nice. And that's in the stadium.
Yeah, I got tickets.
Oh, must be nice. I didn't. Hell, it wouldn't let me. I clicked on, put the code in, and said there are no tickets available.
Well, that did it at first, and I did it again, and it went through.
Oh, well, every fucking time with me, it said no. And I'm like, that's funny. I'm like, I don't understand how you can run out of tickets that are supposed to be limited to only the season ticket holders when I know damn well every seat in the fucking stadium is not a season ticket holder a seat.
No, exactly. No, that's the Bengals for you.
Like, makes no fucking sense. I guarantee you're going to see fucking scalpers with those fucking tickets selling them for $20, $30, $40 on the street. Like, how the fuck do you get them?
Hey, I'll sell you mine. You want to go? I'll sell you mine.
Again,
$20 a piece.
All
right, I'm taking over. Me and Matt decided we're going to talk a little
Hold on.
SummerSlam.
I was going to say, let's talk about the Reds for buy or sell quick because I want to get on that shit. They almost had SummerSlam up.
Yeah. All right.
While we're talking about baseball, hold on. Before you do, I want to get your input on this because
have you seen my baseball?
Have you seen my baseball?
Have you seen my baseball?
So here it is. All right. So here's the play. Okay. So again, New York Yankees against the Phillies. Josh, I want you to watch this, and then you tell me because you're the baseball guy. I'm not. But here we go. So they stop the double play, okay? So again, if you watch, it falls out of his glove, hits his foot, he picks it up real quick. I mean, it's instantaneous. And he goes over to stop, to get the guy out. Drops it. Whoop. And they said he intentionally dropped it.
He's allowed to.
Apparently not. They stopped that fucking play. They stopped the double play from happening. And said he intentionally dropped the ball.
So no, I completely disagree because I've seen multiple players infield fly. Like, they will let it drop and pick it up, tag the person, and then get the first. I've seen that happen multiple times. So it doesn't matter if they drop it or not. It becomes an error, and it should be, hey, that's a double play in my opinion. That's a smart IQ play right there. The guy runs back. You don't have it. He runs back to the base. You tag him. You take second because it was a forced play. The guy's supposed to go to third. Absolute smart, genius fucking play. Should be a double play.
Well, it wasn't in that book. Like, it threw me off when I saw that. I was like, what the hell?
Bullshit.
So, anyway, all right. Go ahead. Let's talk Reds and talk some SummerSlam.
The Redlegs!
What's going on with the Reds?
So,
did they lose again?
Well, I mean, they're 6 games back at 500. They've won the last couple series they've been in. So they're 4.5 games back. Right? They're 4.5 games back from a wild card spot. They've got plenty of baseball to go. Are the Reds sellers, or are they going to be buyers at the trade deadline?
Or are they going to be neutral and not do anything like they've done in the past?
I would say be both. I say be both. There's a guy in AAA right now who used to play for the Rockies. I forget his damn name. It's actually hard to pronounce his last name. But he has 19 home runs already in AAA and almost 50 RBIs. 2 years ago, he had 25 home runs for the Rockies. Last year, he had 12 and batted 180 last year. So we took a risk on him at AAA. He's been hitting the hell of the ball. He plays right field, first base, DH. We got a guy in Nathaniel Lowe. Could we depart him and maybe get some ready-made outfielder? I don't know, or ready-made some bullpen help? We could. I guess if somebody wants Nathaniel Lowe, and we could bring this guy up. I mean, it kind of sucks. Spencer Steer going on the IR right now. He's going to be gone for a while. But no one's going to take Suarez's contract on, I don't think. I mean,
he doesn't have a big contract, though. He's got a 1-year, $15 million deal.
Yeah, but someone's going to pay him. So someone's going to pay $6 to $8 million right now for him for the second half.
If you're a contender and you need a power bat, absolutely.
So the Reds have 53 games left to the end of the season.
I like for us to keep our team, honestly. You got a chance for that wild card spot still? I mean, that's what we need. Honestly, that's what we're built for is the wild card. We're not built for a first place team in our division. Period. We're not.
And granted, you look at 3 teams. All teams in our division are in the hunt for that wild card spots, right? You've got the Brewers leading the division. The Cubs are 5.5 games up over the next team, which is the Pirates. The Pirates are 1.5 behind the Philadelphia Phillies for that spot. And you got 2 more spots. You got the Pirates and Diamondbacks right there in it. And then the Reds are 4.5 games. So they're in dead last, but they're only 4.5 games out from their division. Or the Cardinals are above them by 1.5 games. Right? There's a shot they can start overtaking. The Cardinals have absolutely overplayed what they're expected. The Cardinals are supposed to be dead last in the division. Reds are supposed to be second to third. Pirates are playing over. But the Pirates, they have a really good pitching staff. They really do. They'll be a surprise. If they can make it, they'll be a surprise team in there. And a lot of the teams got lucky that Miami Marlins went on a 12-game losing streak. They were right there. They were right in the thick of things. To your point, Matt, if we're in the Giants spot, absolutely. I think you start selling. You're 4.5 games back with 57 games left. I don't think you're sellers. I think you've got to be a buyer. You got to get something and leave your team where it's at. This team had a lot of injuries, and a lot of the losses came when Suarez went out the first time.
And Ellie.
Ellie. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not an Ellie fan. At the end of the year, if you don't make it, trade Ellie De La Cruz. You got to fucking trade.
That's a different story. We're talking about buyer sell right now. Right. So
that's what I'm saying.
Depending what the packages you get for like $100,000 or Ellie De La Cruz right now is the buyer sell situation. Right now, we just got Hunter back. Is he doing good? He's doing mediocre. but he's had only 5 starts, I think, 4 or 5 starts since he came back. We got him back for the second half. Is Chase Burns going to be on a fucking innings limit? That's one of our biggest concerns right now. Is Chase Burns, who has a chance for a Cy Young award or Rookie of the Year, is he going to be on an innings count? Is he going to be done after August? That's kind of scary to think about. Or will he go to our bullpen? You know, I mean, we have a lot of expiring contracts with the Reds right now, but if our bullpen can keep it together just a little bit and our pitching staff could be okay, I'm just saying okay, the rest of the year, our offense needs to fucking prove something. I would go out and try to get a proven fucking outfielder. You need a right fielder right now that can fucking hit home runs or at least do something. I mean, I don't give a shit what he does. Just do something.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, it's pretty bad that J.J. Bleday wasn't even a starter. He's got 18 home runs. He should be starting pretty much every game now.
Well, that's another thing. Do we trade him? Is he trade bait or does he stay with us? We got control over him after next year. We still have one more year of controllability over him next year. And I say he's a start. He's an everyday starter, young talent. I mean, could we go get something for him? No, I don't want to. We have him for one more year for cheap as shit for next year, and he's an everyday starter in left field right now. Dave Myers, everyday starter in fucking center field. Freely, I'm sorry, he's done. Done.
He's done.
I mean, Will Benson's in AAA. Bring his ass up, you know, and release fucking TJ Freely. I'm sorry. I mean, you're just wasting your time. I mean, every game TJ Freely plays, at 4 at-bats or 3 at-bats, he's butting at least one time to strike it on. That's how pathetic his fucking situation is. He's just not getting on. You know, both our catchers, if you get something for Stevenson, don't get me wrong. I say go ahead, maybe, but I like our fucking catcher situation, man. It's a 1-2 punch. It's okay. We're not the best defensively, but our offense with these 2 catchers are doing great. They're both healthy. They both know how to hit the ball. They're both good at bottom of the order. I would love to see them start more often. So that's the reason I'm not scared to get rid of Nathaniel Lowe, because it opened up the DH spot a little bit more. Or Suarez gets traded. I don't want to see Suarez get traded, but I like to see him ride with us for the rest of the year. The guy's he has 6, 7 home runs since the All-Star break. So
and I think our starting pitch is starting to turn back into form. Like Andrew Abbott's kind of calmed down. He's back down to under a 4 ERA. You're right with Chase Burns. He's got a 2.4 ERA. Lodolo, Wright, Louder, and Brady Singer, they're all above 4. That can come down a little bit. Hunter Green's out of 7, but he's only had 4 starts. That'll come down once he gets more innings and more games. He'll start figuring it out. So they absolutely have a chance to go. I mean, Chase Burns is 12-1 on the year with a 2.4 ERA, 128 strikeouts. So dude's a fucking stud right now, and you kind of got to ride him a little bit. He's out 112 innings, 5 innings below Abbott right now. So, I mean, I'm with you. I don't think you tear it down. I think you're a buyer, and you pick somebody up. I think you're in contention. You're 4.5 games back. I seen the Cardinals do this a couple years ago. They came back. They won like 10 to 11 straight in September, got into the playoffs, and made a run in the playoffs. So it can be done.
I'm just saying, like tomorrow, for instance, if we win this series against Cleveland, that would be, I think, 4 series in a row we just won since the All-Star break.
Yep.
I mean, that's what you call. I mean, it's not a consecutive winning streak, but that's what you call a winning streak in series, and that's just proving going forward. You're winning 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. That's going to be a winning record in the second half if you keep pushing forward. And the only thing we can do is get these guys off the IR that are going to do better for us. Yeah, but at the same time, Terry Francona needs to stop being fucking a friendly coach. He needs to stop being their best friends. Like, starting Hayes needs to be once a week. not every other day. I'm just sorry. He struck out 3 times tonight again. And it's just like you're in the ninth inning or eighth inning. You have a guy on second base, and there's one out, and you have Hayes coming up. He's already struck out twice. What's he do at third at bat? Strikes out. You have Suarez sitting on the bench. You paid him $15 million, dude. Fucking bring him in for one at bat. You know what I'm saying? Just bring him in. Swing the goddamn bat, dude. He gets a single. You got another run coming in. I just don't understand this motherfucker sometimes, dude. I don't understand. He is a player-friendly coach, like dad and son. Dad, I don't understand it. I don't. Like, you're here to fucking win, dude. I get this is your legacy to your retirement to come back to the team that you used to play for. But man, come on, just show a little fucking gun ho into it. That's all I'm trying to say. It's just like we need the second half, dude. We need it. We need it to dominate. So that's my rant.
We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
My
headphones died. Did you hear me toward the end?
We got a few minutes left.
Yeah, we heard you toward the end.
We got a few minutes left. We can kind of finish up talking about SummerSlam this weekend.
What's SummerSlam, Josh?
WWE SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Where's SummerSlam of all time?
Shit, it's going to be in Minnesota. Are they going to have SummerSlam at the Lyric Center?
They might be visiting the Lyric Center for autographs.
It's actually sponsored by the Lyric Center.
Yeah.
That's not fair because from what I understand, most of those WWD wrestlers, they all know how to write and read. So it's bad that they're being sponsored by the Lyric Center.
Yep, exactly. So, I mean, looking at this card, I hate to say it, I love the card. I think it's better than WrestleMania's card.
No, WrestleMania.
Not gonna lie. I'm more excited about this. You've got Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. What a main event night one to have, right?
Better.
You've got two guys that left AEW, one on his own, the other one kind of forced out, but they pretty much made AEW during that time frame. After Cody Rhodes left, it completely hurt AEW. They're finally starting to get a little momentum back, but that hurt it when CM Punk. That absolutely killed them for a while, too. So to see these two go at it, that's going to be fucking exciting to see. I wish they would have built it up a little bit better. I didn't like how they gave Sami Zayn the belt, and then a week later gave it to CM Punk. But we got the match we wanted, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. The one I'm really looking into is fucking Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi in Hell in a Cell. Two big behemoth monsters.
That's night one?
I know. That's night one. So, and that's not probably going to be the match of the night. The match of the night probably is going to be Liv Morgan and Io Sky, the women's match.
I hope not.
That's going to be a phenomenal match. So, why do you hope not?
Because Brock Lesnar is going to fucking take it, man. That's a big fight, man.
I don't know.
I mean, last time.
I think it's going to.
When he fought at WrestleMania, he put his gloves on the mat for retirement, man. Then gave us all scares before he's coming back. Then came back and beat. But can he last? Can he last more than 3 minutes in a fight with Obey?
Well, here's the thing: Brock Lesnar's contract is up at SummerSlam. So there's that. So this could be the end. I think WWE. I think Brock Lesnar wanted to retire after that. He was kind of basically giving Oba Femi the rub and like, hey, you're the next big thing. here you go. I'm giving you the rub. He normally doesn't do that, right? And he handpicked Obafemi for it, which is pretty fucking sweet of somebody to do that, right? Then you've got he came back, and there was rumor that WWE was going to take him to court or whatever about the contract because he was signed through at least SummerSlam. He had to do so many matches. So I think that's why he came back. But you're right. I mean, I think this is going to be a hell of a match too. But a couple other matches: Nick Aldis versus Gunther.
I think that's
Nick Aldis used to be a wrestler, turned into a GM. Nick Aldis isn't bad in the ring at all. He's actually pretty good in the ring.
Still gonna lose.
So it'll be interesting to see how they pull that match out. The Usos and Fatu versus Keys, Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. Wasn't a fan. I thought that was just pushed together last minute just to get another match.
I mean,
on the
I think they fucked up with Jimmy Uso, man. I see they brought the bloodline together, but that guy was good as a solo artist. Just good.
You mean Jay?
Or Jay? Yeah, sorry,
Jay. The Yeet Master.
Yep. Look what he does to that crowd, man.
Remember, Jimmy Uso started.
That's the Daniel Bryant fucking chat of back in the day. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean,
So I think that match was just kind of thrown together. I'm not too excited about it, but I mean, it is what it is. The other one I think is just kind of thrown together was the Fatal Influence versus Nikki, Brie, and Paige. They're trying to push Fatal Influence as the next big women stars coming up from NXT. They just won the titles from Paige and Brie. Is this where the Bella Twins turn on Paige? That would be interesting. I'd love to see that. And then you have Paige kind of befriend Fatal Influence and go to the dark side a little bit. Paige likes running in groups as she did in AEW. So, and she's not the greatest wrestler like she used to be. So,
then on night 2, they brought Baron Corbin back against Trick Williams. That happened pretty fast.
That one did that, but you know what? I like it. I like the shock factor. You know, all of a sudden you've got a good match with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes going at it. Next thing you know, somebody comes pushing. It's Baron Corbin. Like, what the fuck? And I don't think they should have gotten rid of Baron Corbin to begin with. I always thought he was a pretty good mid-card heel.
They just didn't know how to use them. They didn't know how to use them. They just...
Yep. So he left. He went to the Indies and got over there, and then they signed him back, got him back. But I like this match. I like Corbin giving the rub to Trick. I think they need a good heel for Trick Williams. Trick Williams is that guy that's kind of that tweener, like your Stone Cold used to be. That tweener, like, is he a heel? Is he a face? So, but you got the whole crowd screaming and yelling, "Whoop that Trick! Whoop that Trick!" And you got my son saying it in the background as soon as I said it.
No.
So, yep, there he goes.
Where he gets punched in the face again?
So, yep. Exactly. You got this whole Danhausen storyline that's been going on.
That's whatever, man.
With the ladder match with the Moonies, I think that's just going to be comedy gold. They're going to have to figure something. How they're going to pull that one off. There's going to be some sort of swerve. How he's going to get cursed. So, we'll have to figure that out. But that's been exciting. I've liked the Danhausen character ever since he debuted. Penta Gable. I think that might be the match of the whole fucking card. Both nights.
You got
both these guys.
Athletic as fuck.
Both are very good in the ring. Penta's very good high flyer. Yes, he does make a lot of mistakes, in my opinion.
No.
But he's still very good technical in the ring. Chad Gable is an absolutely beast.
What's the one thing SummerSlam's known for? Turning the next page for the following year.
Yep.
Titles changing.
Got to get ready.
New face situations going on.
Well, that was my point. Was this match? It's in Gable's hometown. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. It's in his hometown, right? They both went to Minnesota wrestling. So I think Gable finally takes a singles title, beats Penta, and I think you're going to see the crowd react. I think he's going to get a very positive reaction. I was mixed on the whole luchador mask thing that they were doing, but when he got hurt, I think that ruined all of it. And then they had Gunther's buddy, I can't remember his name right now, him taking over that role, and he exceeded that role down in AAA. And like he was a heel in WWE, and he's a face in AAA. And Gable, it was a heel in AAA, but a face up here. So it complete opposite, which made it pretty cool. Both them guys did a phenomenal job in that role, I thought. So I think that's the match of the weekend. Finn versus Sammy for the number one contender for the WWE title.
I'm not worried about it.
Rushed. Not a big fan of that. The women's ladder match, that's going to be interesting who they put over in that. Right? You got Charlotte versus Jade, Chelsea, Tiffany, and a mystery woman. Is this the return of Jimmy Uso's wife? Is it the return? Naomi, is she coming back? You never know.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that.
I think she's had her baby.
Did she have her baby?
I think I'm pretty sure she's had her baby by now. She's been gone for a little over, probably almost a year now. So
yeah,
could be. And then absolutely the other match, which we've seen this match multiple times, the OTC versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big Roman Reigns fan, but Seth Rollins owns him. I'm sorry. You can put that number one and number two. I think Seth Rollins is going to take it.
Nope. And the reason why I say that is you got to go back in the history. Seth Rollins got over him in WrestleMania in 2025, right? In the triple threat to get the title. I don't think they're going to pull. Roman Reigns just won the title at WrestleMania. They're not going to pull it off of him right now. There's too much with the bloodline going on.
So in Roman Reigns' contract, they gave him an extra bonus because he said after WrestleMania he will be here for the foreseeable future, and he has. But I think he's going to take a little bit of a break.
I don't think he is. I think he's going to hold on to the title.
I mean, look at CM Punk. CM Punk just took a break. You know, you don't see much of fucking a couple other wrestlers who should be on the main card, but they're not there. But I think Roman Reigns is going to take a little bit of a break here. I think he is.
I think you're gonna start seeing. I think you're gonna see Solo Sikoa start going after Roman Reigns. You might see that coming up.
That's why he might lose the belt.
I think the reason part of it is Zilla Fatu, Omega's other son. I think they just signed him, Zilla Fatu. So I think they just signed him. So it'll be interesting to where he goes. Now, what I think should happen is the way they were going with Jey Uso, what were they doing? They were showing heel tendencies for Jey Uso lately. And all of a sudden, when Roman Reigns came back, then he's Roman Reigns' bitch again, right? I think they turn him heel against the OTC, having him be going after Roman Reigns with his own group, with his own blood, meaning Solo Sikoa, meaning Zilla Fatu. Maybe he gets Tama Tonga and Tonga Low or whatever. Tala Tonga, whatever. Maybe that's the new bloodline for Jay. And then you got the old one. Then you got Jimmy, Jacob, and Rogan. That'd be interesting for like a Survivor Series type match, right?
So you want to put a small bet on it? You got Roman Reigns. I got Seth.
I got, yeah. What is it? Bottle of blackberry.
Well, my blackberry is the versions of Jack Daniels. Here's a Crown, so that's fine with me.
I'll do the cheaper one. It don't matter.
Oh, it's cheaper.
Jack Daniels is
Dang.
by like $4.
By what?
Don't forget that Crown.
By like $4.
And it's better.
Yeah, buddy. It is a little better.
Oh, so you're backstabbing Crown Royal now?
Jerry, got anything to add to it?
Hold on. Hunter, who do you got? Is it Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins?
Obviously Roman.
Oh, he says obviously it's Roman Reigns.
That's right. Obviously, why he's gonna be.
It's the OTC.
Hold on, who said that?
The one that beats his brother up.
Hunter said that?
Yeah.
Well, I'd vote against him because he can't tell the difference between a
Cody
wall
Rhodes
and a
gonna
fist
lose,
print.
What?
CM Punk's gonna win it all.
He
Cody
can't
turns
tell the
heel.
difference between a wall and a
The end of it.
fist print.
Yep. Oh shit!
The family circle at that house.
Yep, exactly.
Happy birthday,
He's gonna
Shannon!
win the title. Stephanie comes back.
Happy early birthday,
That's a couple
Shannon.
days.
Home.
She's upstairs in bed.
Go wake her up. Tell her I
She
said
gotta
happy
work.
birthday.
So do you.
It's not her birthday yet. It's in 3 days.
Oh, happy early birthday. We won't see her then.
It's on Friday. So yeah, I probably can't join the volleyball on Friday.
That's fine.
Gotta spend it with the birthday lady.
Hey, Friday
Take her outside.
Friday and Saturday? You're done for?
Apparently, I guess. I don't know.
You don't get the whole fucking weekend.
Can I get you?
Well,
Can I get you Sunday?
you do know. Maybe.
Maybe.
You want to go golfing or something?
It's not a no. It's not a no. I'll take it.
Oh, man.
I do need to get out and golf. My wrist is feeling
All right.
better.
All right, well, thanks for joining us for another long episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got Gremlin, a.k.a. Josh, the guy that changed his name like everybody else, changes their underwear once a day unless they're playing golf with Matt, and then they shit on the 9. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Till next time.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.
Oh. What's up, honkies?